tonight. You will never have to worry, I'll be there in a hurry, alright. I'm not leaving you behind, I'll make sure that you find your light. Just let me take you on this ride to my crazy paradise, no fights. You can look into my eyes, I would never jeopardize your life. You never see it hurt, taste that before. Time is running, so don't waste anymore. But you don't wanna go, know what you feel, it's like story of your life. Things won't go right, but never mind your day. Let me take control of your night. I won't waste your time, I promise you. I won't waste your time, I promise you. Story of your life. Things won't go right, but never mind your day. Let me take control of your night. I won't waste your time, I promise you. I won't waste your time, I promise you. 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 I won't waste your time. I promise you. I won't waste your time. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. It's like story of your life.
Hello, hello, hello. Can y'all hear me? So it's been a minute. I wonder how everyone has been. What's good in the hood? Hallelujah, holla back in the burbs. Let's chat. So this episode, I said I wanted to focus more on living life. What have we been doing? Have we just been living, existing, or are we actually living? And also, what are the pros and cons? Of course, now with everyone so into plastic surgery and getting their booties lifted and their titties glued to their chins and nose is so small you can barely breathe out of it. But what are the benefits of bariatric surgery? If you've actually had bariatric surgery, then this is the time for you to tune in. You can always give me a phone call. I love to hear from you. And let's just chat. The first things first that I want to talk about. Okay, Kwame walking in. Kwame is a ray of sunshine. Like my spirit just smiles when I see Kwame anywhere. I could be on Instagram like, look at this shit he posted. It's just hilarious. But let's talk about. So Brittany says she's good on the plastic. So this is the thing. I have always been a plump girl. Like I can remember since I was a little girl. I have always been, I call it blessed, because I ain't missing no meals. And but now that I'm getting older and I'm seeing like the importance of physical fitness, not so much as being skinny, because not everyone that is thin is fit or healthy. Pretty much, I just want to be healthier. I know that yes, BBWs, we winning, we bringing it in. I'm a firm believer. Actually, I'm actually fine with my body. I'm gonna be honest with you, honey. I got curves for days, and if I get too hot, I just pick my stomach up. Okay, I fan it just a little bit, but I definitely feel that I don't want my heart overworking. I'm 40 years old. Of course, I want to see my great grandkids. Then, some people say, well, if it's your time to go, it's your time to go. But at the same time, in my opinion, I think that bariatric surgery will give me a jump start to my new fitness journey. It's important. What do you want me to put in my cup? Sorry, I can't hear y'all. No, Kwame can see here. Put Kwame close to me. Oh, my cup. Sorry. Who's drinking on a Sunday this early, anyways? Yeah. So I like to, it's just I feel like heart health is important. Of course, a lot of you all that follow me know that I went through a situation where I lost someone very close to me who was 5 years younger than me. But it was due to a heart condition. I feel like we should all keep up with medical appointments. That's another thing people put off. Like, I'll go to the doctor next week. Or I don't have the insurance to go, or I feel fine, so I don't need to go to the doctor. When it's the complete opposite. Because it can change in the blink of an eye. I've seen it happen. Of course, everyone knows that I'm experiencing another loss. It's just an eye-opener, especially my friend that passed, him and I were 6 days apart. And we often talked about getting in shape, and not saying that was his cause of loss. But, for me personally, for what I want to do and the plans that I have for my life, it's very important that I get in shape. So if y'all think I'm bad now, baby, you think I'm naked now, wait till I get this thing together. You better hide your granddaddies and your grandmamas. I'm just interested. How do people feel about, because there is a whole BBW nation that is ruling the world right now. Kwame K wants to know what's a BBW. Yup. Somebody help him. Somebody help him. He said, what's a BBW? He was thinking of BBL. I will be honest. Yeah, and I will be honest. So everyone knows that I'm working with Dr. Charles Proctor from TLC. Yes. And he'll even tell you that I hate to admit it. Sometimes I could be a little vain. Like, I go in there and I ask him, like, okay, Dr. Proctor, when I lose this weight, like, am I going to be, like, soggy, or am I going to have to pick my titties up off my knees? Because right now, like, I'm plump, but I'm firm. And that's what he says, exercise. Exercise is the key, to keep everything tight and in check. And if you don't exercise, you'll have extra skin. Leave it to Kwame, y'all, to paint the visual. Yes.
Hello.
We got Kwame on the mic. If y'all can hear his commentation, he's the ultimate commentator.
Why do people say that?
You are.
I guess.
You are. So, yeah, I just wanted to, that was my main thing that I wanted to talk about today is health, keeping yourself healthy. Mentally, too. Me and my girls in my group, what do we say? Control your mental and keep your privates clean, period.
So, keep your private clean?
Yeah.
Does it mean, like, clean?
Clean.
As in just up of water?
No, make sure you go to the meat doctor.
Oh.
Keep your appointments up.
Oh, okay.
Make
That's what
sure
we mean
your
by clean.
alphabets are balanced. Your
I thought
pH.
we meant by clean by people. I was like, It's a hot. It's the summertime. Oh, no, keep that clean.
And it's hot. That's another thing for let me put this out there for my plump women like myself. It is hot outside, ladies.
Wait, and the thick people too, because it be hot.
the
I'll be
thick
about to
people,
melt
too.
myself.
So let me take a little sip.
The skinny petite people, have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah,
It's so
because y'all
fun to
have
you
that
guys.
air condition
This is so
between your
foreign.
legs. Like, for the thinner people, you have that gap right there. That's your air condition. For us thicker
For thick
ones,
people, it be about
right,
to
we
be a
have
fire
an
set off
oven.
right there.
Right, so I'm gonna need y'all to keep it fresh. It will sweat. Every time I go to Dr. Proctor, he's like, "Ooh, you smell so good," and I'm like, "That's important. Like, I'm a big girl. That's important to me to smell good. What you want me
You
to
hate
come in
to
here?"
smell bad?
Yes,
I hate
that's
to
a
smell
phobia.
bad too. I don't care what I'm doing, where I'm at. If I smell bad, I can sweat. But if I immediately start smelling myself, I gotta take
Yeah.
a shot. The game is over.
That's
I
a
don't care if I'm at the
phobia of mine.
club,
Or
if
if I
I'm
think
doing
my breath
anything, if I'm
stinks.
smelling, I'll smell myself. And then somebody lying to me and I find out if I'm smelling, I'm gonna cuss you out because you sat there and smelled me,
telling you.
knowing I smell like hot dog water and ain't said not one
And
word.
it's the worst.
Because if
Every
you
now and then
smell,
I
I'm
gotta
gonna
pick 'em
tell
up.
you smell, but I'm like, look, come on over here.
And y'all know you smell yourself first
Yeah,
before
I hate
anybody else.
that. I hate being in public and somebody smells.
Yeah, you smell
like,
yourself first.
I go to two places. I say, do I want to just give them deodorant? Do I want to say, do you smell? But
Yeah.
no, why am I going to do that? Because that's nasty.
Yeah, this sun will catch you at the worst time. Like,
And she don't care.
and sweating is good. Sweating promotes good health. Okay, I don't want to deter anyone from sweating.
Well, I will.
Lando says, keep that cooter clean. Yeah, it's important. I mean, it's important to, keep it clean. It's hot outside.
For men too, Gets
Yeah,
an infection
I
too.
mean,
Gets infection too,
Take
Keep
a
it
little
clean.
time to pick the titties up, hold them. You can hold them and wipe. I find it very. Alcohol is good. Rubbing alcohol, like if you're out.
You scared me. Okay. You scared me.
If you're out and you need a quick, and you can't get to the shower, why am I talking about people sweat? I don't know, because it's not bad to be plus size. I love it. I absolutely don't think there's anything wrong with me. Like, I don't think that there's nothing that I can't wear.
Period.
I don't think there are things that I shouldn't do.
Period.
But when it's time for a bitch to run, I'd be like, okay, it's time to lose a little weight. Because why am I breathing hard like this walking up these stairs?
Wait a minute. You went off so. Wait a minute. I was on your train for a second there.
Why am I breathing hard like
Now,
this?
if
And
it's
I'm
a
just
dog
thinking,
behind me, if it's a dog behind me,
if it's a dog behind me, he gonna have to bite me in the ass because I'm not gonna run.
I'm an Olympic track runner. If it's a dog behind me,
I'm not running.
he ain't catching me.
I'm not running. Maybe that's a problem.
If I have to pick up something, you ain't catching me now.
I might pull a hot dog out my titty for him.
But what was you doing? Why would you be having a hot dog up there
Okay,
anyways?
y'all know, big girls, we do keep
You
snacks.
have-
I don't have any now, but I promise you I get that dog
That
off
hot dog,
of
that
me.
hidden dandy dog. You just never know when you need to throw a hot dog at a dog. Ironically
You
speaking.
never know. You never know.
So
So
just keep that hot dog on you,
let's keep it fresh.
not the hot dog.
Lando says, big fellas, get that witch hazel. Keep it fresh. Okay, so
Why you look at me?
no, I'm looking. Period. Like, that's good. Like,
No, yeah.
what would you use? I never heard of using witch hazel to keep. I've always used witch hazel because I wear lashes, and I don't want them to be bald when I take them off. Have you ever seen a woman with bald eyelashes?
You look like probably like an alien of some sort.
Yes, isn't that scary?
I don't want to see that. No.
You'd be like, dang, or like for
Can
a
you
woman-
imagine waking up to somebody the night before and they got no lashes?
right?
Oh,
Or
baby,
you
you
know,
got to
a lot
go.
of models that I know, because in the modeling community, we wear a lot of makeup, but when some people wear it all the time, it changes the pigment of your skin.
Which hazel kind of keep that balance?
Witch hazel, keep it balanced.
Yeah.
Make sure you take
It-
that
yeah, it
shit
kinda
off
like-
at night and
yeah.
and cleanse yourself. Lando says if you put a little on after number 2, it kills the smell.
Lando, how long you been doing that?
Right, Lando. How do you know this?
How long you been doing that? I'm just curious. When did you figure to do something like that when you was in the bathroom? That
And-
funk had to been too funky for you to be like, let me get some witch hazel to kind of
Let
down
me
that
put
smell.
something right.
But it do
Let me
work
put-
for hemorrhoids.
Oh, I know it's good for hemorrhoids.
What?
Burns. It feels so good.
Really? You know what? Let me tell y'all. Since we talk about anything on here. Let's chat, right?
Not the
So
safe
I've
space.
always had a fear of having hemorrhoids.
Why? It's not. It's really
I've
not.
always had a fear.
Why?
Like seriously, like let's chat about this. Chat. So let's talk about hemorrhoids. He said, "Hey, fuck y'all, it works." Let's chat. So let me tell you, I've always had a fear because my mother always had a problem with hemorrhoids. And ever since I had to help her with her hemorrhoids, I was traumatized. Sorry, Mom. She don't have them no more, y'all. But
Talk about
when
blast mode.
we were younger, she had them. She doesn't have them anymore. Like, if you're trying to eat my mama groceries, it's safe.
Wait a minute. You could have kept that last part. You could have kept that last part.
So, when you have babies naturally,
Yeah, you
they
naturally can
say
get
if
hemorrhoids.
you push too hard, let me tell you, when I used to, okay, have you ever, okay, for the ladies, like, you get you some and it's real, active and you have to squirt pee, like, okay. So when I push,
That in a while.
I always made sure I didn't push too hard because I was so afraid of getting hemorrhoids. So thankfully, I've never had them. Them babies, I just throw them legs up.
Well, you are
and,
really gifted. You very. Hello. Oh, we go. Obviously, okay. So you really
or could it be
gifted.
that I'm just talented?
However, you
And I
want to
know
make
how to
that out,
control-
I'm not taking that from you. You could be a superhero in your eyes. That's you. But from the crowd who have had it, I mean, it's not anything to be too afraid of because it's kind of like a kidney stone. Anybody can get it at any time.
Right.
And
But
it
see, I
is-
think
it's
what
not- it's not
traumatized me with my
extremely on a
mom.
scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, it can be painful, but it cannot be very painful.
Well, honey,
it just
I've seen
depends
them.
on the person and where. And it's not always like on the actual part. It could be around it in an uncomfortable spot.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Who would have known? Y'all give it up to Dr. Kwame K for this exhortation on hemorrhoids. Because I would have never, who would have known?
No, calm down. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. You getting out of hand now. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute now. You just learned a few things in life, right?
I had another friend too. When she had, every time that she had her kids, she would get hemorrhoids, and they would be like ball sacks.
Yeah, so okay, so that's big, but they can grow
He
as
said,
small as
"Okay,
like
yeah, okay, well, yeah, that's big."
they can go all different sizes. They can go like a little small little bump, but they can go like big like a little bubble. But you have to keep them lubricated and kind of keep like space. It's best to sleep with no underwear on because it keeps it. A lot of sweat
Come through,
can make
Dr.
it.
Kwame K, the
I mean, you just learn
bootyologist.
stuff. You just learn
Let me
stuff
find
in life.
out he a boonkyologist.
No, I'm not. No, I just went to Booty University. That's all. Not the booty.
He said, but Lando says, but y'all judge me on knowledge of witch hazel. But he a whole assologist.
No, why am I say that? No.
Yes, he's
I'm just
definitely knowledgeable.
Giving basic information about hemorrhoids. That's all.
Wow.
It shouldn't last that long. If it lasts more than a couple of days, take it right to the hospital.
Yeah.
But you'll be all right.
Okay, now
You
you
ain't gonna
know.
die.
If you
Anybody-
don't know,
anybody
now you
died from
know.
the hemorrhoids. So,
Which is good.
not that I know of.
Y'all make sure after me that you stay tuned for Red Cup Sunday. Because, like, if this is just the beginning, you have to get your Red Cup. It starts at 6.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, after a few drinks, it's a good time for a Sunday. Especially if you're not at work and you're trying to prepare for the week. Make sure you tune in to Red Cup Sunday on the Woo Radio with Miss DJ Don't Stop and Kwame K.
Yep, that's me.
So let's continue to chat. Now that we're finished with the whole fitness thing,
You said mental health.
now that I wouldn't, now you know I wouldn't chase a dog.
What?
Oh, however, I do want y'all to know for a big girl, I am flexible. I guess it comes from cheerleading and things. I can still do a split.
Oh, I can see you being into like,
What?
I can see
Yes.
that cheerleader. I see that.
Yes, and I still can bend backwards.
What?
Don't let me fool
Yeah!
Why we? Why is Lil Jon speaking at this
you.
time?
Don't let the packaging fool you, okay?
I think Lil Jon agrees.
Yeah!
So, Nix, let's chat. Let's chat. Let's talk about this, and then we're going to take a intermission so that you all can reposition yourselves. If you have hemorrhoids, move to the other side or whatever you need to do.
That was a little shade.
Let's talk about it. Are you just existing or are you living?
Ooh, that was deep.
In this world today, so many people have so many opinions that will make people feel as if they're just existing. The suicide rate is very high. I just heard of an unfortunate event at a place that I frequent Monday through Friday and haven't been there. The suicide rate is very high, and it's very high in teenagers, older adults. That's just a serious subject. You know, I had a family member, a friend of a family member, and we would have never, you know, you always think somebody is so happy. Like, you never know what someone is dealing with. That's why another reason why you have to tread lightly with people. That's another reason why I try to bring joy, because you just never know. Period. But are you just existing or are you living? Like, sometimes when you have so much death around you, you have to come to this conclusion of, or I don't know, maybe it's just me. Like I said, I have this podcast because I want to be honest. I want people to learn from my mistakes, or if you have questions that I have about life, and maybe we can figure it out together. But one of my things is with so many people that are completing their missions, younger these days, there are a lot of completed missions around me, also known as death. It makes you think, like, what is my purpose here on this earth? Am I just existing or am I living? Clearly, I know this is a sensitive subject, the submarine people. But clearly I feel like they were living. They took a chance. They knew one of the outcomes could possibly be. You leave it the quiet. We got.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to. I had to
We
get
got
a
the
little tingle out of
sensitive
there. Go
music
ahead.
and shit playing.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was
ahead.
trying
You
to be
got it.
heartfelt.
I won't say nothing else. I'm sorry. You got it.
But seriously, like, you have to think about it. Like, these were billionaires and they were not suicidal. They were simply living. And they took a chance. Like, I'm sure they knew, like, this game controller could possibly. First of
sure.
all,
For
we
sure.
send our condolences to the families that lost their billionaire people.
It was a dad and a son. It was all males, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're sorry that you all lost these souls. But the purpose of this podcast is for me to be real. Lando says they should have gone looking for Gilligan's Island instead.
They probably would have found it. They probably would have found that way quicker than the Titanic. And they probably would have came back with some more
Right.
people. I mean,
So my thing is, they had to have like I want to know what their not to get on the subject of these people that are no longer with us, but it makes me sit and think like what was their thinking process? Like clearly they were just living. Like, look, I've had a good life. I have the money for this. Like if I die, I die. Kind of like how some of us got around COVID. I know for when the COVID lockdown was here, I got to a point when I was like, listen, these flights is $2. To this flight to Saturn is $2. And you know, I know it's not many people that's gonna fly here. I'm getting ready to take advantage of this flight. And if I catch it, I catch it. And you know, at one point we were willing to deal with the consequences of like, okay, I could possibly catch COVID. But we got to a point where we got tired of just sitting in the house and looking at the same people.
She said, yeah.
So a lot of us chose to live instead of just existing. So, you know, I like to know, like, Kwame, how you feel about that? Do you feel like you're living or are you just existing?
Well, given the fact that it's a hot boy summer, I'm definitely living at this opportune hour
Hot
in
boy
life.
summer.
Definitely living at this opportune hour in life.
Let me tell you, I'm all for a hot boy and a hot girl summer. I feel like people should be able to
Be free.
be free.
Whatever that means.
Right, like the Georgia lottery, play responsibly. But I definitely, I am all for hot boy and hot girl summers. And Lando says condolences to their families. Owner of that sub gotta go to jail or get sued. He set them up for failure. Wait a minute.
When you think about it,
The owner, wait a minute. Y'all mean to tell me the owner wasn't on it?
you gotta think about it. Okay, so when you make a machine like that, you have to know the ins and outs, and you gotta go through the tests and
They knew.
and the protocol and everything like that.
They knew
So
it was
with that being said, I think what he's trying to say is the owner
owner
knew
didn't go?
that this was like a 70%. No, he did not.
I know you.
He knew that this
I'm
was probably
serious.
a 70%.
I had no idea.
That's like if I go out here and build a car and tell you,
Yeah, go get in it and drive it for me.
you know what I'm saying?
I thought the owner was in it. I'm serious.
Yeah, he was just a creator. So when you create something, you know the ins and
Oh,
outs
and
of it.
he didn't
He
get on
sent
it.
them out because the dude who paid for it,
Oh,
the son wanted to see the
Can I have
Titanic
the
so
owner
bad.
of the submarine to please come do an interview with the original Coco Goddess? Yeah! I promise there won't be any judgment. I just want to.
So when you say it like that, though,
I just want to talk to him. Like he was like, get somebody else to do it. Clearly, I never knew. I never knew.
Did he go to jail? Did anything happen to him? But had he been black though? But we ain't gonna get into that.
Yeah, we're not
y'all
gonna
ain't
get into that.
Y'all ain't ready for that conversation.
Well, you know, had he
He
been,
would have already been in jail, locked
No,
up
no, no,
before
no,
the
no, no,
story
no, no.
already been dished.
let's go a little farther back. Had he been melanated, I don't think too many mother freakers would have been on there. Okay. You want us to do what? With who? Yeah. First of all, you're not finna stuff me in here with all these. You know what? We're not getting ready to be bunched up in here like sardines. His nut sack on my shoulder.
You know what that was?
And you want us to go underwater to see what? And them folks already dead?
For what? They've been there for about 2,000 years at this point. So you really want to go see some stuff that's
Yeah,
been dead and gone for over 2,000 years?
Yeah, I don't
That's
think.
been underwater and decayed. That's
Right.
like, okay, that's like me saying, you know what? I just want to go see my grandma. She's been there for 20
I
years.
always
Let's go
wish
dig
that
her
I
on
could have
up
their
and say hey
rationale.
to it. Like, what?
You guys will have to stay tuned. In a couple of weeks, okay, let me put this disclaimer out because y'all know folks can judge. I am different, okay? Okay, I have different points of views, And I love people with different points of views and that live different backgrounds of life. I'm all for it because at the end of the day, love conquers all. Everybody is here for a reason. Yeah! So in a couple of weeks, we have Miss Maya from Croatia who does tarot cards. Oh, Lord, I can hear all the black people say, oh, Lord, she get ready to be dealing with the devil. What? She going to hell.
If you watch these witch shows, you can watch her do that. That's how I see it.
Well, just think about it. Let's get deep. Now, my mama always told me, don't talk about religion and politics, but y'all know I don't listen to shit. So this is the thing. Can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah.
Let's chat. Let me ask everybody a question. I have a friend who brought this to my attention. Shout out CC Cecilia, my fellow pirate sister. She was like, do you think marriage is a binding spell? And I sat back and I thought about it. I thought about the words. Like, for richer or poor, through sickness and health, to have and to hold and to cherish, and let's switch these rings. And does that feel a little spellish to you, or is it just me?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that is. I feel like when
like
you
a binding spell.
Yeah, that's like, I feel like when you manifest something, you kind of always repeating something. That's chancing. That's the same thing as chancing.
It's
that's
the same thing as a chant.
That's a chant.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm a bit different.
Okay.
Even though I'm very silly, there's all these myths. There got to be some type of truth to it. So I believe there is a lot of truth to all of this stuff, and it has to be a source of coming from somewhere. People just don't throw this out here and they just be believing it for nothing.
Right.
So I do feel like there's a lot of stuff that certain people are meant to be introduced to and deal with, and then there's things that certain people that shouldn't be introduced to deal with because it's just not meant for that. Like, I think, like these TV shows, all these wishes and stuff like that.
I love them, like Charmed and
all of this stuff. It's got to be some type of truth to it. Now, it may not be how they publish it
of
on
course.
TV.
What's the
but
difference
there may
between?
Be some type of like.
I'm going to rattle y'all feathers now.
There got to be some type of truth to it. I mean, there got to be
Lando says, hell no, his whole family divorced. It is not a spell.
Well.
What's the difference? Okay, I'm going to ask y'all this question, and it's a rhetorical question. Class, which means answer it in your head. So this is my thing. So Lando says, now when you read them cards in the spirit of Whitney Houston start freebasing in your house, don't call me.
Screaming.
Well, y'all know I was born and raised in Savannah, and I've seen some stuff some supernatural things. Mm-hmm. And what? The bottom of my house does not have fire alarms for a reason.
Why is that?
They started going off every night at 3:30. Every morning at 3:30, we had to take the bottom fire alarms down because all of a sudden they would start screaming out fire, fire, fire. And I had someone pass at my house at 3:30 a.m. The upstairs fire alarms are just fine, but we had to take down the bottom ones.
See, as a kid, my mom had moved out where the white-skinned people was at. So we had lived into this.
The fact that he said it like that.
So we had lived in this old house, and it was haunted. And they thought I was just crazy.
It's true.
I couldn't sleep at night for nothing in this world. And it was so haunted. A family got killed in that house.
I was raised in a cemetery. The first couple of years of my life were in Laurel Grove Cemetery in Savannah, Georgia. So I'm very aware.
Well, Savannah is like, that's
and
a stepping ground for the women.
And your black ass still want to mess around. I just want everybody to live and not just exist. What are examples of living and not just existing, you say? You want to go jump out a plane? Jump out a plane.
I don't want to do that. But I'm
I
still
definitely
living.
want to go skydiving.
You can do that by yourself, but I'm gonna still be living on the ground. Meanwhile, I'll be
I'm
waiting
gonna
for
be
you
living
at the-
because then it's like, well, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. Like, do things, make an impression. You don't want to pass. Well, I don't. Let me bring it back to my opinion. Okay, you don't want to perish from this life and have accomplished nothing or not made your mark on this world. Like, what is the point of us being here?
Yeah, I get that.
Like, you've got to make a change in at least one person's life. Like, you have to show one person, like,
Oh, that's cute. It's giving very much Michael Jackson. Gotta make a change. That's cute.
yeah, like you have to. I wasn't gonna laugh. Leave it to Kwame to bring up Michael Jackson. I can hear Michael Jackson saying, "Why me?"
Let's see what. But I'm the silly one.
Like, yeah, you definitely want to have, changed up some stuff. There are kids here, let me tell you, after working in education, not even working in education, living in the neighborhood. I used to live in a real hood, and you see kids that need you. They just need positivity. How hard is it just to exude positivity to someone? Or to see somebody that's on the sidewalk that's angry? Now, okay. It's a difference between angry and crazy.
You have to take it back.
You don't never look crazy in the eye, okay? Because, things can escalate quickly.
What?
But if someone is having a bad day, like, what's so hard about saying, let's talk about it?
Well, for me, what's hard for me on that note is it ain't my business. So I'm just about my business.
See, that's the thing. We got a lot of people living like,
That
well,
ain't
that's
my
none of my
business.
business.
I don't know what you got going on.
It happens in the school system, too. A lot of kids have problems going on, and people be like, well, that ain't none of my business. I'm just with them from 7 to 2. And you be surprised.
See, that's different. You work in a
Shout
school
out to
system.
Cedar Grove High School for starting the Hug Initiative. What they do is that they give out hugs. I think that is so important. Shout out to Assistant Principal Weish and Principal Spears. I love y'all. I'm going to pull up one day and just be standing there giving out hugs with y'all, so don't call the folks on me.
Ooh.
I think that's important. The hug thing. Some kids have never felt that type of positive. You'd be surprised how many people have never felt that positive touch.
I believe.
Yeah, so
people
let's
just
start
not
living
affectionate
and not just
emotionally.
existing.
You can't grow up like that. Neither people gonna think there's something's wrong with this character.
Yeah, because I got a homeboy. He's so tough on his son. Like, he talks to him like he's a grown man. He talks to him like he's a grown man and, talks to him about grown men's things and, pushes him around and roughs him up. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that that's still a little soul
Yeah.
that's trying to grow.
Easy, cowboy. Easy.
And it's okay to nurture that soul and let it blossom. Think about it.
You'd be surprised what a little nurturing can do. Because,
Yeah.
I'm only saying that because I didn't get a lot of nurturing back when I was a kid.
Right.
And now, I'm perfect now. It's fine now. But I see, like, a lot of times it do comes out in your adult life. And then people try to make it up with their kids.
Yeah.
But it don't comes out the right way. So you just gotta be a
Mothers.
small and nurturing, like you said.
Yeah,
a
mothers
hug,
can
or
be
just say,
over
"What's
nurturing.
going
I
on?"
think I'm one of them mamas that's over nurturing. I'm finna tell my kids right now, y'all working them jobs. When I get home today and y'all get paid, I'm running them pockets.
That's extra nurturing.
I've been too
Wait a
nurturing.
minute.
It's time for y'all to nurture me.
That's not like a boss to me.
Let me tell y'all, it's time for y'all to nurture mom. Let me see, my oldest will be 22 this year. I know I don't look like it, I know. And my youngest will be 15. And I'm so glad. Do I miss the younger years? Yes. First of all, I got to give God the praise because when I look back, like as much as I want to say, this doesn't connect. Is God really real? But when I look back and think about it, I don't know how I made it with 4 kids by myself. But we made it.
To where you at now?
Right. They're older. They have manners. They're
Shout
not
out to them.
perfect. But we made it. Lando says you got to balance the hugs and the body slams.
No, he ain't lying.
Period. Because I have to
And the
jump.
talks too, because once you buy something, y'all talk to them. Say, see, I
Right.
body slammed you because you talk too much.
Right.
I'm the pappy now. You ain't paying no bills.
And see, my oldest son, he is tall, so sometimes I have to, get a jump start, like get on the bed. I remember one time I had to get on. I just stood up on the bed and kind of pounced up so I can get that extra, whatever it is, to jump on top of them to let them know.
What?
Yeah, I did. I didn't rough them up too bad though.
My mama is from Memphis. She just got up with me one day.
Oh, my mama, she's short. She used to tell us, I got a mean right hook. It could go right up no matter how old you are.
That was it.
But yeah, everybody take a chance to live.
Take an adventure, a
An
journey.
adventure. Go travel. I do recommend traveling to one place by yourself. I started doing that when I went to New Orleans. And I that was my first time ever traveling like by myself for the purposes of traveling alone. And I met so many new people.
I'm scared that somebody might yank me up and never
I
be
thought
seen
that too.
again. But then I watched too much Netflix, and I got that a lot on Netflix.
I
So maybe
definitely
need to
thought
just-
somebody was gonna take all this chocolate on the streets of Bourbon. Like somebody finna snatch me up and have their way with me. But I'm so sick and twisted. I
That's the way
kind
you
of thought, ooh, somebody's snatching me up on.
They
Look, my mouth
probably
water.
like- No,
getting
they'll
snatched up on
they'll
Bourbon.
probably get rid of me in like a good hour or two.
Yeah. Sanathia says, beat their ass and then say, I love you, right? Yeah, that's a perfect balance. It really is. Like, sometimes you just gotta do what you do, and I hate having to discipline my kids. Why am I getting off subject? I hate having to discipline them.
Why?
But I would.
They got to learn.
Yeah,
Listen,
they have to learn.
I
But
feel
I
bad
tell them
because-
I don't want them to have like a slave mentality, if I can say that with no one being offended, because like Lando says he don't travel alone, not gonna traffic my organs. I know that's real, but
That is real. I hate the
it
way he
is
said
real.
that.
Me too.
I
He
hate
didn't
the way
say
you
his
said
body.
that.
He said
Say
not
his
gonna traffic his
organs.
organs. But you still should try it. Like, just close your eyes. Like, I'm very excited about traveling to Croatia.
Wait, hold up. No.
Yes,
Not
and
by
one of-
yourself. But God is always
I got a
with
friend
you.
there.
God
I
is always with
asked
you. But you
her-
got to get there to get to her.
You got to get there. And she was like,
So what
but
are you
think
talking
about
about?
it. It's not too far from Italy.
But
I'm
see, I don't
like-
like the way you're saying that. It is pretty far.
Like, I've always wanted to go to Ireland and Scotland. But I remember that one time we went live and it was somebody on here from wherever. And I was like, sir, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, like Norway or somewhere like that.
It was.
And
He
I
had
was
an
like,
accent.
do y'all have a lot of African Americans there? And he laughed, like, of course. Like, why would you ask that? Hey, Ren.
So listen, since you're talking about that, I always TikTok. So I always did kind of want to go to Tokyo, but now I kind of want to go to Japan because it's another
Oh,
world over
that's
there.
where my oldest
And-
wants to go, to Japan. So we
And
planned
it's
it.
not a lot of. Okay, so we live in Atlanta, so it's black people are all such a sizes here. Whatever, cool. Oh, in America, I say. Over there, from what I see, I ain't never been over there, but what I see, there are people over there like
Yeah.
us, but you just have to find us. We
Oh,
just
yeah,
not
yeah,
sticking
yeah.
out like a needle in a haystack walking around
And
at
another
the
thing
grocery
I was
store.
concerned about is they live in really
They gonna probably look
confined
at you like, what the
spaces.
hell?
No, we're actually adored in places like
Yeah, no,
Italy and
yeah.
Japan.
And everything is different over there. Like, for instance, we have a bathroom, meaning we have a tub and a toilet.
Right. They think that's nasty.
Yeah, because
They
you do them in one room and you take a
Right.
shower in the completely next room, and the shower is all separate to itself.
We so nasty. We out here just getting it how we live.
And another thing,
The-
don't even
even
know.
with the even how they do with the shoes, like take your shoes
Take your shoes
off.
off, and everybody there has a bidet, even in the hood.
Yep, a
Everybody there
bidet.
got a bidet.
Let's talk about the bidet.
See, y'all already said I was an ass man. You're not gonna ask me questions. I know already where you're going to. We gonna
Let's
stop that
ask
right
the
here.
visiting assologist
No,
about the
see what I'm
bidet.
saying? No, I already know where that was going. And get me that time.
He
Got me
reeled
once, shame
himself
on
in
me. Got me twice, shame on you.
I think everybody should own a bidet. I want a bidet. Like,
Who?
How many of them got one?
Oh, I think they need one.
Lando talking about, see, told you.
If you just use wipes, you don't need one.
You can buy them at Costco.
So what do? You just squat over it?
It comes with different.
Well, he said Dr. Ass.
Exactly. They're looking at me like I don't perhaps tried it. Never tried it.
You just sit
I ain't
over
never
it.
wanted to even do it.
And it
That's
just
gonna be
squeeze-
so uncomfortable. Just imagine a squirt, just squirting on your booty like that. Like, oh Jesus, no, I don't think I want to do that.
I
Just
think
do
I
wipes.
do.
You shouldn't need that if you do wipes. I mean,
How strong is the shoe?
and they said it goes like 6 speed. I wonder how fast.
Ooh,
is
that's
6 speed.
strong.
You gonna catch cancer in the booty having that and flushing down your booty hole like that. That's not
No,
right.
I think. Let me tell you,
It's
I have
flushing down. It's going so fast.
another thing while we're talking about backdoor health, because we can talk about things like that. So I have a friend that.
Girl, how many friends you got?
Okay, listen. I have a nice eclectic circle, okay? And shout out to my cousin T2 Results on Instagram. Him and his boyfriend. They raised this thing where they were talking
Lando,
about
I hear you.
they were talking about the stool that you sit in front of the toilet to raise your legs and your thighs up because it helps with
Yeah, you're
having
supposed
a
to-
bowel
I seen that
movement.
too. Yeah, you're not. So when you sit on the toilet, you're not supposed to. This is what I was just saying. I don't know. I'm not.
pretty
No, I'm
knowledgeable.
not. I'm not. I just seen this on Instagram. So when you sit, we all do it the wrong way. Apparently.
right. That's what they said. We're
We
all doing
do
it the wrong way.
So when you sit down, you're not supposed to sit down feet flat, feeted. You're supposed to like
Have 'em
your-
up.
Yeah, have your toes almost in a high heel. type of
Yeah,
stance.
that's what they say. And
It
I've
helps with
actually
the
talked to
flush
a
down. I ain't never tried
doctor.
it.
We used to do like that as a kid. Then.
How?
So when you sit
Do
down, you're
tell.
supposed to sit down with your like you got on high heels. That's how you're supposed to
Yeah,
sit
that's
down.
what I heard.
Yeah. But think about it. When you go to the bathroom, are your ass really gonna sit there and do that shit for real? No. You're gonna sit there and get that shit out your system as quick as possible. Wash your hands and get on up out of there.
Lando says now I gotta go buy a bidet. I want to.
It's at Costco.
It's at Costco. No,
DJ,
no.
don't stop saying.
Wait, we're not
saying
giving
they
them
got
a shout
Costco's
out
for $50
unless
to
they
$100.
they work with us. You people work with us. We work with you.
Oh Jesus.
Now an in bulk place that you can go to purchase one. But we're not gonna say their name, okay?
What to start with?
Unless they So ATL Williams, have you ever gone to Japan?
Oh, me?
Do tell.
No, I just seen a lot of stuff like a lot of stuff over there. It's different. Like okay, for instance, they don't go to like you know how we have Kroger's and stuff like that. They have that, but a lot of their stuff they get for like cooking and stuff like that, they get that at the gas station. And a lot of their stuff is separate. Like if you want like okay, like we go to the store and get a can, right?
Okay.
They have to go to the store, get the can of drink, and then like the cup for the ice.
Right.
And you get the straw. So you have to put all that, you got to pay for all
Wow.
that separately. But it don't be expensive. This is how it's like made. And like the salad and egg, everything be sitting right there at the
Really?
gas station, not at the grocery store.
Lando says, do you have to stand up and do it like a car wash?
They
Or do
have,
you
okay, this is what I think, this is real true. So we are black, right? We all eat noodles, right? It's an actual, I'm being serious. So it's an actual, I don't know if it's like a noodle restaurant or noodle buffet, but it seems like a noodle buffet. When I say that, okay, so they have all these type of noodles on the wall, right?
Right, and
you
then
can
you
go
just-
in there any time
There's one
of the
here.
day, 24 hours, literally. You just go in and pick the stuff up. So you all cup of noodles on the wall. You pick it up. They're all cup noodles though, but you can make it any way you want. They have everything from vegetables, from meat to pork to beef, all types of vegetables and all types of soups that you can like put in your noodles. Not no like crazy soup. You know what I mean?
Right, because to
It's like
us,
you go in there and
noodles,
you pick it up and you put it in the microwave and you fix it,
Right, and you
then you
fix
just
it.
leave. You walk right
to
up out of
us,
there.
noodles is
It's
a
like-
struggle meal, but other places. Look, shout out to my Uncle Glenn. I
But
love
over there,
you,
it's not a
Uncle
struggle
Glenn.
meal at all. It's not a
At
struggle meal at
all.
all.
My uncle loves
It's like
noodles.
rice over there. It's like rice. How we eat
Yes.
rice, that's how they see noodles over there. It's literally like, okay, so y'all see the small
Lando
Walmart
said,
grocery
"I'm talking
stores?
about the bidet. Damn the noodles."
You can't help me with that bidet part. You on your own.
Okay, well, are we gonna take an intermission this time? We've been chatting and getting it in, and time is just timing.
Do they want an intermission?
Do y'all want an intermission?
They want to keep it going. He still want to know about the bidet.
Yeah, I like the bidet too. So we'll just keep going. Well, 5:45.
So, Lando, the bidet is at a place where they sell buckets of stuff, and it should be
Yeah.
no more. It should be
It's
no
at
more
a
than about $100,
large,
somewhere between
warehouse.
$150.
Oh, really?
They're not really expensive.
Oh, I thought they were.
You can even get them
expensive.
on Amazon too for maybe cheaper than that.
I know he didn't say the Zon A. He said Zon A. We not working with them unless they trying to work with us. So.
But
don't
they
call
have
them
all
A.
of the stuff over there. It's so
You could order it
Different.
online from the place that is robotic. Period. So yeah, I'm really excited. Let's just start living. You want to take a trip? Take that trip. Now, I'm not trying to tell you to let your bills go and be about to get evicted and
oh no, never that. That's why you get.
but
a
you
rich.
can. I take trips. People all the time ask me like, "Damn, Trell, you going somewhere else?" First of all, I ball on a real tight budget. Like, dang, I wasn't gonna say no airline, but it's an airline that's based on animals and green, right?
What?
And throughout the week, you could travel with them sometimes for $20.
Animal.
What?
I have done it, and people be like, "Oh, I'm not getting on no $20 flight." I done been there and back, and I'm still in one piece.
Well, I would say this. I did go to Vegas.
And how was it?
was-
I've never been to Vegas. Out of all the places I've been to, I've never been to Vegas.
Okay, if anybody going, if anybody have out, if anybody ever went, the first thing they're gonna tell you is first of all, if you can't take the Atlanta heat, don't even
Oh,
think
I
about going
can't.
over there.
Oh,
if
I'm too
you
fat for
can't
that.
take,
Uh-uh.
if you can't take 100 degrees, it's like 80 degrees over there.
Oh,
That's
no,
just
I can't.
the tip of the iceberg. It literally gets 110 over there. When I
Oh,
was over
I
there,
won't be-
it was hot, but I'm black and I don't like to sweat. So what I did was I found the quickest dispensary right off the airport.
Wait
Well,
a
that's
minute. I
fine.
didn't know you went. How did the dispensary help you cool off?
It's so warm in there. It helped me focus on what I needed.
Did he
Yeah.
say it was so warm in there it helped me focus on what I needed?
Yeah.
Clearly he went for something else in the heat.
But no, it was a lot of. It's very hot, so stay hydrated. Drink a lot of water.
I heard they had those
water,
oxygen
water.
places you could stop at.
Yeah. When I went, they didn't have that, so they probably had that now since COVID. But when I went,
I
there
always
was
wanted to
people,
get oxygen. They say you get a little buzz.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
willing
yeah,
to
yeah,
try
yeah,
a little
yeah.
oxygen.
So yeah, you get there's dispensaries everywhere, and unless you don't do the herb, you got to be careful because they will cheat you out. When I say cheat you, you'll pay some expensive money thinking that it's real good, and it ain't. If you do it on the streets, the little stuff they got in there, you probably won't spend a little bit of money to see
Oh,
at least
wow.
get that same high because they're gonna try to cheat you. When I say cheat you, have you pay a lot of, you know. give
Oh,
you some
see, I don't
bullshit.
go anywhere where I don't have at least one person there. Like, I'll travel alone, but please believe I know at least one person there in case of an emergency. So if I go to Vegas, Denise, I'm gonna be calling on your phone.
Cause she got people everywhere. Girl, you must be
I'm
H&R Block.
I'm gonna be
got
calling your
people.
fine self so we can hang out. I'm not going nowhere where. Now, I do love myself, and you know.
So you haven't went to Vegas.
I have not gone to
So they
Vegas.
have two strips. Oh Lord, your feet.
See?
If you've never walked
Now he's
so
saying
much.
fat girl and top
No,
fat girl
I'm not
stuff.
saying that. No, I'm not saying it.
Because my ankles automatically started hurting.
I'm saying that because
she get right. We got a new.
it's
we
a
got
long
another
strip.
contestant.
It's a long. So the old strip is long. It's about a mile, right?
She got mad at me, Kwame, for saying me and Bunny walk is long and you ain't gonna be able to make it.
That's what you told me. What you trying to say?
What
I
you
won't be
trying to
able
say?
to make
I ain't
it.
gonna be able to make it. You trying to say I'm fat?
Let me
Nah,
tell you,
I just
baby.
know that walk.
Whoa.
Hell, I be
I can
barely
walk.
making it.
It's the point of, do I want to walk? I can walk. I'm an outdoors country gal. I'll walk. I done been lost plenty of times and be like, damn, we got another mile. Hell, I had
Oh,
to
so
walk.
Vegas won't be a problem.
No. No, it
What
depends on
happened?
if I want to
Wait,
walk.
What happened? No, wait a minute. Now, you
No,
just
we're
said
gonna have
all
a
this.
driver. No.
But she can't drive on the strip though.
Oh, you can't.
No, you cannot.
So
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
if you
you
really
can have
want
like
to
a
enjoy
scooter.
your stuff, yeah, you can get one of them
yeah,
scooters.
we can get on the
But-
scooter. I like
But you
to
just
ride.
said you can walk. What you need a scooter for? You
Yeah, I
just said
like
you
to
can walk.
ride.
So you're gonna leave whoever you walking with. They're gonna need a scooter too. Cause if you got a scooter, and just me and you, I ain't finna be walking. And you got a scooter. We both hate the cab. She need one. I need one too. That's
Lando
crazy
says
in
he
my
wants to
head.
go to Hawaii.
Now
I want to go
oh
to Hawaii, but I heard that they don't like so many people traveling there. Can somebody
No.
from Hawaii let me know, is that true? Are y'all tired of tourists?
I don't think that's true. I think they're
'Cause
probably
I've-
tired of certain tourists. They're probably doing certain things over there. Because I think it's
Oh.
kind of religion and, you know what I'm saying, over there,
Okay.
kind of stuff like that. And the people kind of go over there and kind of mess with stuff. You know what I mean?
I just wanna go
So I don't
eat
think
and
that
hang
mean, we don't like tourists at all. I think they were
Okay.
just trying to say there was no heart notice. Maybe like, don't come over here messing with our stuff. This our house.
So I need everybody to go like and share the original Coco Goddess on Facebook and like the original Coco Goddess on Instagram and tell me where you want to go. Then you need to go like the Woo Radio ATL because that's where you can find me. You know, if
Bam.
you're trying to pull up on me virtually.
Cool.
You know, for the ones in my DM, like, hey, you want to do something tonight? Yeah, meet me at the Woo. It's going down.
No, she said shoot your shot.
Like and share it. Yeah, that's the first date you can take me on. You can meet me Sundays at 4:30, and we can have drinks virtually at Red Cup at 6 with Miss DJ Don't Stop. That's a date for me. I don't have to go nowhere. I don't have to get dressed up. We got something going on Tuesdays.
What happened Tuesday?
At what time?
Pump it up. Hey,
At 8.
who's your girls?
You
Which
and
one's
my-
your girls?
We don't talk. We don't speak. Who?
Anyway, so there's something going on Tuesday. So stay tuned. Be here. Be square. You don't want to miss
Tuesday.
it. It's going to get you what you need to
And
finish
I
out
need y'all
that
to
day.
vote on another hair color. It's time to retire this girl. She's getting hot.
It's you.
She's been overworked, and we like a little change. So feel free to go to the original Coco Goddess on Facebook or Instagram and put your bid in for a color. What
can't
you
go
want to
black.
see me in?
Well, you can't go back black out there having this.
I'm not. No, I only do that for like sophisticated things. Like,
But wait a minute. This not
And-
sophisticated?
no, I'm saying sophisticated. Like if I have to go before the queen, but she's no longer here with us. So
What queen you talking about?
the one
Queen B is still here.
that- you know
I'm
what?
confused.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Oh, now if you follow me on my social media, what do y'all think about my mama's wig?
Wait a minute.
Wasn't I doing it on the beach with Miss Magdalena's
I'm
wig?
out.
Come on now, my mama came through with that wig, baby. She said you look so good in it, just keep it. I felt some type of way, but she said just keep it, just keep the wig. So yeah, y'all, Mona Lisa, how you doing? Hey, girl, hey. Y'all pull up. Like, this is a fun place to have fun. Like I said, we talked about everything. We've been talking about booty and all kind of stuff today. But, that's a booty. We had a real, as Lando said, we had a real assologist. Yeah! Should I say a connoisseur of ass? That's what we had. I had a good time today. Let me tell y'all now, I'm so appreciative to everybody who supports me Like, y'all didn't have to do this today. Y'all didn't have to tune in. You could have been like, fuck that bitch, I'm not tuning in, or I got something else to do. But the fact that you took the time to hear what I had to say really means a lot. Because sometimes I really be dealing with stuff. I know you can't tell because I'm always smiling, but this is my happy place. Like, come on. So y'all tune in on Sundays at 4:30. We got a few more minutes that we're going to talk so y'all can pull up and chat. Everybody has something to say. Everybody has an opinion.
Let's chat.
It's okay, Mona Lisa. Better late than never, boo. Better late than never. So I'm definitely looking forward to visiting Japan. Where's somewhere else? Oh, I've always wanted to go to Brazil, to the rainforest. Oh, Africa. If I go to Africa, I might not come back. Yeah. Uh-oh, Kwame K wants to say something.
No, it's not like that. When I was like,
What's
20,
Do it again.
no, I can't.
Do the thing.
He went alien on that. You know, they motherfucking.
I've never heard anybody make that noise to think.
Real
He had a real clock or something ticking in his head.
Y'all so silly.
Kwame, do the
I
noise.
can't. I was very much living in the moment.
Oh my
Go
God.
on.
No, when I was like 20, maybe 19, my church was doing missionary in Kenya, Africa, and I could have went, but I didn't go because I was, anyway, young and dumb. But there was like sending people over there to Kenya because something had happened over there about 12 years ago. I forgot what it was.
Happened where?
And like Kenya, Africa, so my church was like sending people over there to like help with like basic stuff. But then
Oh, yeah, like a
living and stuff
missionary
that.
trip.
Yeah. And I actually got all the stuff to go, but then I had to change my mind because being young and dumb, whatever.
You
But
should've
now
changed
a
your
little
mind.
bit. Now
quiet.
that I little bit, I kind of wish that I went. I kind of wish that I had went because it would have been a great experience. But when you young and dumb and young and dumb for like
So now that you older, would you go?
hell yeah.
How long would you stay?
They were staying over there for like a month. They was
Have
paying for
y'all ever
everything.
watched the show Young Rich Africans?
I watched like some of it. They be really.
Baby, they
They got
coin is a
nothing on us. I
coin,
thought
right.
we messy. Now they be messy and
they
rich.
coins is coins for real.
Yeah.
What's the guy name that dress up so nice and he is a whole mood on Young Rich. It's
But that
called
light
Young.
skinned girl though.
Yeah, but
She-
I can't tell if she's really light skinned or if she brown because they do a lot of
Yeah.
bleaching.
And they do have a lot of lights on set. So.
Yeah, and then it's like her face is like
But she-
light, but her hands and arms.
Oh,
is-
they do bleaching over there too.
right.
So she
But
could
okay,
be
so let's
bleached.
talk about bleaching, right?
See, you about to go into a whole.
How
nother
much
thing.
do y'all? How much do they
Let's
bleach?
chat.
That's like what they. That's kind of like what they do. They
Because
don't
the
see it
ones
as
I've been
like-
seeing that bleach, they only do like maybe they're forgetting the back of the hands.
No, they probably do it, but just like the small detail, like you really can't change. You know what I mean?
And then it's given
Like if I try to be white, I still had this little dark light skin spot.
That's what
you
I'm
know
saying.
What I
They
mean?
still have
You can't
spots.
change that.
Y'all don't do the bleaching, please. I like you how you are, brown.
Listen, I don't care.
Half
You got to
brown.
do that. What?
How many years you think?
Look at Destiny Child 99 and look at Beyonce today.
Oh, she not
Three
gonna
different
start
women.
talking about this
I
damn
love
woman on.
Beyonce, but shoot, she been bleaching for years, honey.
Well,
Mona
Raven
Lisa,
Simone,
Mona Lisa says, I don't bleach, but in Jamaica it's a big thing.
Yeah, I just
I have
you're
heard
right.
that.
Yeah, that is.
So
that's like what
I
they do.
don't have anything against bleaching because I
neither.
hope
I don't
Lando
care.
said you
do
gotta
it.
bleach your whole body. Can't have mismatch ass and
Yeah,
back.
so they kind of
That's
they
just
kind
what
of
I
lay in
know.
a tub. I don't know how long or
Because when I think
That's
of
what they do.
bleaching,
So it's
I
your whole
think
body.
of Ambi. You know that product Ambi? I'm a
old school product.
yeah, and you just rub it on, and you might have like a dark yeah. So I'm interested to know.
You know, in Jamaica, they don't let them work at certain like the resorts and stuff is a popular job. One of the only good jobs you can have working on these resorts.
Yeah, give her the.
But yeah, like if you in Jamaica and places like that, they hire lighter skinned people.
Really?
Yes. So that's why a lot of my clients told me that when they travel to Jamaica, you don't see a lot of dark skinned people like that on the resorts and such. You see mostly light skinned.
Oh,
And these are people that are bleaching themselves so they could get a good job.
because let me tell you, that's funny that you said that. Because when I went to Jamaica, I stayed in the country part. Because like the person who I went with actually has a house there.
They were from there, yeah.
Yeah, and we went to something called Junction, like where the grocery stores and stuff is at. And this lady and some other people was walking up to me, and they kept saying, "Hey, beautiful black lady." Like they were so astonished.
Never seen no black lady before.
Yes, they was astonished that I was dark skinned and I was pretty. They just kept saying, "Okay, so Mona Lisa says, but you know they bleach from the knuckles." Oh, Mona Lisa, we got to bring you on, darling, so you can explain this. Because I don't understand. What do you mean they bleach from the knuckles? Like, I've always wanted to know, like, how. Hey, Tawandia, how you doing? Like, I've always wanted to know, like, how do they bleach? Like,
I'm about to Google it.
right, I want to know how it's done.
It's very, very interesting. But the way I feel about it is, whatever you do,
Oh,
you
we
have to
have
live
3
up to that.
minutes.
You have to live up to that. You have to do that. I personally, who am I to judge you to tell you when
Oh,
not
she
and how
said
not
the
to do it?
knuckles are dark. The knuckles are dark. Once again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in and joining in and just having a casual Sunday conversation. We're not trying to offend nobody, and everybody's in here. We all got love, and we're all talking about different things, and everybody. Tandrika said a lot of Africans do that. Oh, injection creams. Oh, Mona Lisa, send me a message in my DM because I'm going to have to get more insight on that. But once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I love y'all. Don't forget to live and not just exist. Follow me and on my weight loss journey because I'm not 100% sold on even having this bariatric because I like my thighs and
I'll just
my
ask.
stomach. Oh, Mona. Yeah, Mona, girl, call me since you know so much about this. I love you, Mona. See y'all next week, Sunday. Y'all stay tuned for Red Cup Sunday on the Woo. Stay tuned. You got about 15 minutes. Ow. Thank y'all.
Taste that before. Time is running, so don't waste anymore. But you don't wanna go. Know what you feel. It's like story of your life. Things won't go right. Well, never mind your day. Let me take control of your night. I won't waste your time. I promise you. I won't waste your time. I promise you. Story of your life. Things won't go right. But never mind your day. Let me take control of your night. I won't waste your time. I promise you. I won't waste your time. I promise you.